Let's talk about why fitness challenges do not often work and what we can do instead that does. So, we all know someone who's done dry January, or done a 30-day yoga challenge, or a walking challenge, or a run the most kilometers in your office challenge, or a healthy eating challenge, etc. We all know these types of things because they're very, very popular. They're really easy to market because they promise fast, rapid change. And don't we all just love fast, rapid, easy change? No. Real ones know. Real heads are suspicious of that. And the truth is that these fitness challenges can deliver pretty rapid change. Front loading a lot of effort and work into a short period of time is very effective at delivering results in the short term. But let me ask you this. Of all the New Year's resolutioners who started one of these challenges, how many of them do you know who are still crushing it? How many of them do you think are going to endure long-term, life-changing behavior change as a result? Unfortunately, in the circles that I run in, it ain't many. And there's a very simple, but not often acknowledged reason for this. To explain it, I want to walk you through an example where this short-term effort binging is very well suited. Imagine you're trying to remodel your home and you have a bunch of building materials and tools spread out all over the place. The house is an absolute mess and you're starting to go crazy. So you decide to challenge yourself, okay, over the next 30 days, I'm going to spend at least 30 minutes working on the kitchen, trying to get something done, so that at the end of the 30 days, we'll have a functioning kitchen that we can actually live in. A challenge like this is probably a very good idea, because once you've done all of that effort, you can just enjoy the fruits of your labor for years to come. You'll be living in a nicer space, not feeling stressed out after having lived in a construction zone for a month. So after that short period of work, there's a long-term payoff where you're just reaping the rewards of all the work you did back then. Binging a bunch of upfront effort allows you to have the long-term benefits for longer by reaching the endpoint sooner. And that's great. So a 30-day DIY challenge to finish your bathroom, I'm all for that. But now let's return to the topic at hand, fitness challenges like stretching every day or getting 10,000 steps every day. I hope this is not a rude awakening for you, but if it is, someone needs to say it. There is no end game for valuable physical practices like stretching, lifting, or running. We adapt to doing these things just as quickly as we adapt to not doing them. You can enjoy the benefits of a life lived actively only for as long as you continue to live your life actively. You gotta stay in the game. Think back to your youth when you used to run around outside all the time, when you used to play grade school or high school sports. Is your body at 35 still enjoying the fruits of your labors back then? No, it's only enjoying the fruits of the labors of what you did this week or last month. Because fitness is about doing, not about having done. It helps to think in terms of verbs, not in terms of nouns. Actions, not states of being. Fit people didn't work out last year or last month. Fit people just work out and continue to work out. Flexible people didn't stretch last year, they just stretch. So these type of short, outsized binge efforts to enjoy long, outsized payoffs just don't apply in the world of fitness, where there is no such thing as a long-term outsized payoff. Any level of fitness, strength, or flexibility that you achieve is not some accomplishment. It's not some badge of honor that you can just use in future life. The only way to use it and to benefit from it in your future life is to continue doing it from now until that future. So when we challenge ourselves like this, in the short term, it can often be counterproductive. We spend our motivation too quickly before we've really practiced long enough to see the long-term benefits and to actually begin enjoying the practice itself. Because it's hard by design, which is why we call it a challenge, we start to associate negative experience of loss, of sacrifice, and suffering with activities that could just as easily, although not quite as quickly, be associated with positive experiences like growth, fun, and freedom. It is my mission to help you develop a long-term, loving relationship with physical activity. So here's how I would do it. First, I would commit to a whole year of consistent, but not super challenging work. Anything shorter, and honestly, you're playing yourself. You're not going to see incredible results in a short period of time. You need to have long-term vision here. Once we're committed, then we just err on the side of starting a little bit too small, then a little bit too big. In other words, we want to search for the minimum effective dose that still effectively gives you some results and titrate up from there. One of the key things that we want to exploit with stretching and lifting is the fact that you can actually view visible progress almost every single session. So stretching once every 2 weeks is a little bit too infrequent, I think. But if you stretch just 2 times a week, you'll be able to see progress on a weekly basis. And it doesn't take so much time that it's difficult to motivate for. So you can start with a 2 times a week, 5-minute stretching session. You just choose one compound stretch, like the pancake pose, the front splits, or the back bridge. You spend those 5 minutes working up to a 6 to 9 out of 10 intensity feeling on the stretch, and you never tolerate any pain whatsoever. During that 5 minutes, you rest as needed and make sure to stretch both sides. Do that for a whole year and you will have logged 100 effective stretching sessions, and I guarantee it's going to transform the way your body feels and the depth you're able to reach in the poses that you've chosen. And that's it. Go get started. Happy stretching, happy living, and I enjoyed this. Let's do this again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.